Hello YouTube, this is Garagax. Today I'm going to be playing Golgari Ramp in Standard. The game plan is pretty simple. You ramp into big payoffs like Breach the Multiverse or Virtue Persistence, Titan of Industry, and Nissa. I also have mid-game backup plans of Glissa Sunslayer and Shieldred, just in case I don't draw my ramp or if I'm against an aggressive matchup where I need to put stuff on the board early. Also, they're just really good cards. I run 3 of each of the payoff cards because they're all good enough that I want to see one of them every game. So I don't want to run like 4 Nissa and 2 Breach the Multiverse or something like that, especially because they tend to have pretty good synergy with each other. I do run 1 Outrageous Robbery just to have an X card in the deck to take advantage of excess ramp where I get more lands than I'll ever need. So having 1 of Outrageous Robbery in the deck gives me a way to benefit from drawing extra lands. I also don't run Blossoming Tortoise because 4 mana for 1 maybe ramp just isn't good enough for me. I prefer Invasion of Zendikar and my other small guys. Like Blossoming Tortoise, like it's pretty good, but the main reason why Blossoming Tortoise would be run is because you play it, it mills 3 cards, you maybe get a land to ramp with from it, and then if you keep attacking with it, you might ramp again, but your opponent's probably just going to remove it, right? Especially since it's only a 3/3, so it's easy to remove with like Lightning Strike or Virtue of Persistence. So I don't prefer to run it. I also run 1 of Vorinclex because I found it's not the best card in the deck, but there are situations where it's useful. The main reason I say that is just because it's useful to have for sure, but the other payoff cards are just better. That's all I'll say. I also don't run Restless Cottage. I believe that's what it's called, just because the deck requires getting your mana on time, and because it comes into play tapped, I'd imagine that could mess with it. Obviously, if it's in your opening hand, you could play it on turn 1, but if it's not and you draw it later, it's really awkward to play the deck with that in it. Although, of course, it does provide value later in the game if you run out of cards, but I still prefer not to run it. But at any rate, that's the deck. Now let's get into the matches. Let's see what we're up against. Okay, this looks like a keep. I have ramp, I have mid-game payoff, and I have the ultimate payoff. Or the last payoff, the high-end payoff. Okay, my opponent also appears to be Golgari. Surveil 1, so they might be a similar deck. I don't know, though. Okay, since I don't have any cheap black cards to play in my hand, except Outrageous Robbery, which I wouldn't play early, let's open with the Swamp, so that they'll know I'm in black, and might try to play a weaker creature as opposed to a stronger creature to play around black removal. Even because I don't have any black cards in my hand, of course, they're probably going to take Glimpse the Core here. Although taking the Nissa is also fine, I guess, but you really want to hit the Glimpse the Core there. Okay, that's really bad for me, because I now do not have any ramp left, and I didn't draw any removal. So this is really going to mess with me here. That card, eh? Swings with the bat. Scrap Gorger, that's better than nothing. I'll take it. So drop the Scrap Gorger here. Hope they can't remove it, and if they don't remove it, I can try to play Nissa next turn. Definitely don't block here because I need the mana from Scrap Gorger. They play Restless Cottage and then pass. Okay, Glissa. Let me see here. Play Llanowar Wastes. What do I do here? The problem with playing Nissa here is that the bat will continue to swing at it, right? There's the other option of playing the Shieldred or the Glissa. What I'm afraid of I'm afraid that if I play the Nissa, they'll have like Go for the Throat to kill the Phyrexian Horror, and then my Scrap Gorger will be tapped because I needed it to play the Nissa, so I think I'm just going to drop Shieldred here. I don't know why the auto tap is trying to tap my Scrap Gorger, so let's make sure that that doesn't happen. And play Shieldred. Alright. And then no attacks, of course, because Scrap Gorger doesn't have any damage. Oh, there's Go for the Throat. Well, it looks like it was definitely right not to play the Nissa then, because what I feared would have happened. They would have Go for the Throated the Phyrexian Horror and then just killed the Nissa. And I have another Shieldred, so there's no reason to use Nissa to tank the hit for Shieldred because this is better. Hopefully I top deck a land so I can play Nissa for 6. Let's exile. Okay, they're also in Golgari. But given that okay, I was considering exiling my Shieldred, but given that I'm ramp, I'll get to Virtue of Persistence first. So let's exile the Go for the Throat. Pass the turn, or pass priority, that is. Okay, another land, and there's their Shieldred. Draw, and it's not a land. That's not good. Okay, if I play Nissa here, it'll only have 4 attack, which means they can swing with Shieldred, so I think I'm going to play Shieldred here again. Or do I play Glissa? No, I'm going to play Shieldred. I'm going to play Shieldred because I want to compete with their Shieldred effect, right? Like, if I play Glissa, then it is true that they can't attack with the Shieldred because it'll just block it with the Glissa, but this way I can heal up some of the damage they're trying to push with the Shieldred. But yeah, them taking my Glimpse of the Core with the Deep Cavern Bat really hurt me here. Pass. Swings with Shieldred. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take the trade there. Block with Shieldred. And exile Shieldred with Scrap Quarter to put an oil counter on it. Oh, they're tapping mana. Cut down, I see. Okay, so I exiled it for nothing then. Oh well. That was smart of them. I am down to 6 life though, so no matter what, this is looking really bad. And they have another Shieldred. Oh dear. Well, this has not been a good way to start off the video, but it looks like I'm going to have to concede here. Because this game is over. Okay, well, that was a weak way to start the video off, but I hope I can show you what the deck tries to do in the next match. Oh, my game is freezing. That's not good. Okay, we're back. We're back. Good, good, good. All right, let's go next. All right, let's see what we get. Okay, this hand has no ramp, so we... let me think here. Actually, I think I can keep this hand, just because I have 2 Go for the Throats and a Glissa, so my early plays are guaranteed. And if I toss it away, I might get a hand with ramp in it, but it's also possible that I just won't, so I think I'll keep this. Let's see. What are they playing, I wonder? Okay, open with the Forest, because given that I do have black removal in my hand this time, I don't want them to know that I have it until I want to use it. Azorius. Oh no, please don't be Azorius control. Okay, it's not Azorius control. It's, well, actually, does Azorius control run that? I know they have some graveyard synergies, but it's probably not. Worldly Gaze. Okay, play the Swamp and then Glimpse the Core to get a Forest. So that's the beginning of the ramp. I can play Glissa next turn, maybe? Ideally, I would top deck Invasion of Zendikar. Okay, yeah, they're probably Azorius, Body Djinn, and Monastery Mentor deck. Because I don't think Control would run that. Well, I mean, I guess it could, but probably wouldn't, because it doesn't actually increase card advantage. So it's probably the Haughty Djinn Monastery Mentor deck. Helping Hand. Oh, yep, that's exactly what it is. Okay, that is a problem. I need to go for the Throat that. Resolve, resolve. So yeah, I can go for the Throat that next turn. I do need to hit more ramp, though, to get to my Titan of Industry. That's the turn. My turn. Virtue of Persistence, that's pretty good. Okay, play Boseiju. And then, let me see here. I want Glissa to go face so I can draw, so I'm going to Virtue of Persistence the Monk, and then I'm going to go for the Throat the Monastery Mentor next, or after I attack, to see what I draw. Okay, another Virtue of Persistence. Perfect. Okay, cool. We can use that then. So I can hold the Go for the Throat to answer Haughty Djinn. And I really did need to take the draw there because I need to hit my lands for Titan of Industry and whatnot. Let's see what they play. Helping Hand again. Okay, so they got it back. That's not good. At least they've already used 2 Helping Hands. Get lost. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, bye, Glissa. Bye. Okay, so now I have nothing on the board. But I do have... Okay, let's go for the Monastery Mentor now so that they don't get any prowess triggers. And then just hope to top take a land next turn so that I can play my Titan of Industry and or Virtue of Persistence. Which I think... Okay, it depends. Which I play first kind of depends. What is Recommission? I've never seen... Is that basically the same thing as the other guy? Ah, yeah. Okay, it's the same as that. Okay, so they get Monastery Mentor back, which I must go for the throat. Of course, they are going to get the Monk, but at least I can kill the Monastery Mentor before it gets 2 out of hand. Okay, let's see here. So the only thing they have in their graveyard is Monastery Mentor. So I think here, if I do drill a land, I'm going to play Titan of Industry instead of Virtue of Persistence. I do drill a land. Yeah, just because there's not a whole lot of good stuff to reanimate. Like, there is Glissa, but I think this is going to be better. If there was good stuff in the graveyards, they play Virtue of Persistence first, so that I could get its effect active next turn and then play Titan. But, oh, they conceded. Oh, well, I guess I didn't get to show the Titan come down, but, yep, that's the deck doing a thing that isn't losing, I suppose. Oh, my game is freezing again. There we go. It's back now. All right. Let's go next. See what we get. All right, this has ramp, mid-game, and payoff. Perfect. And both colors of lands. Perfect. And I'm on the play. Okay, this is amazing. Okay, again, I'm going to play the swamp first, so that they might try to play around black removal because I don't have any in my hands. Play the forest and drop Glimpse the Core before Bramble Familiar, because if I play Bramble Familiar first and they remove it, then I don't get anything out of it, whereas if I play Glimpse the Core, I'm guaranteed to get a land from it. Then I can play Shieldred next turn. Ooh, Breach the Multiverse. Here, let me think. If I play Bramble Familiar, I'm playing off curve. Boseiju comes down next turn, and that's only 6 mana, so I think I'm just going to play Shieldred here. And then next turn I can play Boseiju plus Bramble Familiar, or other ramp if I get it. Oh. Bye, Shieldred. Oh, it's Azorius Control. Uh-oh. That's bad, because this is a really bad matchup. Okay, let's play Boseiju. Do I crack the clue first? I think I do, yeah? Because I could play Nissa here if I play the Boseiju, but I think it's better to play Bramble Familiar plus land and then try to cast the Nissa or the Breach the Multiverse for full. So let me think here. If I play Nissa for 5, next turn I play another land plus the Bramble Familiar, and then if the Bramble Familiar survives, then I can Breach the Multiverse. If I play Bramble Familiar here... I play Bramble Familiar here. If it doesn't get removed, I might be able to Breach the Multiverse next turn, or Nissa, for full, but it also might get countered. Actually, I just realized because of counterspells, I think I'm going to play Nissa here because this is an opportunity to play her while they're tapped out so they can't counter her. It is a little bit slower, ironically, than just ramping, because if I ramp into a bigger Nissa next turn, then I'd get an 8-8 here instead of a 4-4, so she snowballs way more. But because there was Azorius Control, I'm expecting counterspells, so I think playing Nissa while they're tapped out was correct, and then I can just try to Breach the Multiverse later. Okay, they pass. Celestis activates. They draw, they discard. See what I draw here. Okay. Then what? Oh, they're looking at Nissa. Oh, they have Get Lost. Oh well. Bye, Nissa.
History will not repeat itself.
Oh, I drew another one. Yay! Okay, let's play... Do I play Takenuma here? I gotta think. I think I'm gonna play... Let me think here. I want to use the map tokens to try to get me another land for Breach the Multiverse. But do I just play Nissa here? They have 2 mana open for a counterspell. I'm running out of time to think, so I'm just going to play the Takenuma. And then I have the option of either playing Nissa for 6 or playing Bramble Familiar plus the maps and the clue to try to hit a land. I think I'd rather drop the Nissa now. Because I don't want to give them time to get counterspells in their hand. So let's just drop Nissa and hope they don't have one right now. And if they do have a counterspell, I can bring it back with Breach the Multiverse, maybe. I don't think I hit the Celestis here, because the Celestis is, like, it's a decent card, but it doesn't actually produce any card advantage. It is ramp, of course, but I think the 6/6 is more impactful. Oh, another get lost. Well, at least I can get her back with Breach the Multiverse. Okay, swinging for 4. Yeah, those get losts are a bit of a problem for me. Field of Ruin. Okay, that's not too good against me. Sunset Revelry. At least it doesn't draw that many cards. Okay, so they're very low on cards here, so if I draw a land, my Bramble Familiar should probably... I mean, my Breach the Multiverse probably shouldn't get countered. Unfortunately... I don't draw a land. Could play Otherworldly Outrageous Robbery here, but I think it's better to guarantee a land. So let's buff up this guy. Try to hit a land. I do hit a land. Perfect. Okay, so drop that. Now that I'm at 7 mana, I don't want to play the Bramble Familiar because I want to use its adventure. Now that I have my land as well, I don't really need to use the map tokens, so I think I'm just going to play Outrageous Robbery here because, well, let me think about it. If I play the maps, if there's not a... if they're, like... the maps only draw me lands, and the clue draws me a card, but I think Outrageous Robbery is just better here. So play Outrageous Robbery for X equals 4. Targeting them. See if they don't... see if they counter it. And if they do counter it, that means I get to Breach the Multiverse, probably. Okay, a land, a Get Lost, and a Jace, and a Memory Deluge. Okay, those aren't the best. But Jace is decent. Jace is pretty... oh, Wandering Emperor. Jace has pretty good synergy with Breach the Multiverse because he can draw me cards. Okay, they banish my big guy. Oh, they don't block? I thought they would have jump blocked. Oh, I guess they didn't. Okay. They draw and discard. There's a very high chance of them have... well, not a very high chance, but there's a possibility of a counterspell here, so I'm a little worried about that. But I think I will try to play Breach the Multiverse here. Because they only have 2 cards in hand, so... they're a bit low on card advantage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. Resolve. Draw and discard again. Okay, now there is a higher chance of them having a counterspell because they've drawn and discarded twice. But I think I still try to play the Breach the Multiverse here. Let's see if they have a counterspell. They don't! Awesome! Okay, so they have nothing. I can pull nothing from them, so that's not good. So now I have to decide if I want Nissa or Titan. So Nissa's way more value, but the advantage of Titan is that it does hit their Celestis. That's what it's called, right? Let me think here. I think it's... let me think. I'm really not sure. Because when I had Nissa, I don't want to hit the Celestis just because the body is more value. Because the Celestis is a good card, but... oh, they conceded. Oh. Okay, well, I'll take that. But yeah, as to what the right decision there was, I think Nissa's better than Titan, because although I don't want them to keep drawing and discarding to filter through their deck, and I don't want them to have the extra mana from the Celestis, I think that going for the value plays is better there because it's a good artifact for sure, but I think Nissa would have been better than not Titan there because Nissa gets out of control real quick. All right, let's play one more. One more. See what we're up against this time. The Hatter's mad. I wonder if that's a play on the Mad Hatter. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, we have... Ooh, this is a little bit suspicious, but I think I can keep this because we have removal, ramp, and mid-game. We don't have the payoff yet, but we can easily drill into that. So let's just keep this. Oh, on the draw against red. Okay, well, I'm glad I have the removal, efficient ramp, and Glissa then. Ooh, another Glissa. Okay, let's open with Deathcap Glade here so that I don't have to get green mana from Llanowar Wastes, which will ping me, which is really bad against aggro. I'm going to face this Kakazan. So given that they played that now, I'm assuming they top decked it here. Another Phoenix Chick. Okay, play a Swamp, play Glimpse the Core. Take a Forest, of course. And let's see what they do now. Charming Scoundrel. Okay. They take the Wicked Roll token, I'm assuming? Yep. Onto the Phoenix Chick. Swing with everything. Let's see what I get here. Virtue of Persistence. Perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Virtue of Persistence their Phoenix Chick. And then I'm going to go for the Throat Something next turn. I don't want to play Glissa here because that removes less things. And if they have a Lightning Strike to kill my Glissa, I just take way too much damage there. So I think I'd like to play the Virtue of Persistence here. That's the turn. Oh, I made a mistake. I completely forgot about that ability. I was supposed to go for the Throat Something here before they attack so they don't get the Phoenix Chick. Oops. Oh, I also shouldn't have killed the Phoenix Chick here because I can just get it back again. Oh. I made some very obvious misplays here. My apologies. I should have killed one of these guys, because they can just get the Phoenix Chick back when they attack. There's Titan Divinity, but I think it's probably too late. I don't see any way out of this one. Yep, I lose. GG. Okay, well that was a bit embarrassing. I definitely should not have removed the Phoenix Chick with the Go for the Throat. I think removing the first one was okay, because I think removing the first one was okay, but after I knew that they were willing to float mana to get the Phoenix Chick back, probably shouldn't have removed the Phoenix Chick with the Go for the Throat, although I don't know if it would have really mattered that game. But alright, there you go. There's the deck. It can go very well, it can go very poorly, but overall it's fine. I have about a 50% win rate with it, so you can play it if you like it. Anyway, that's all. I hope you have a wonderful day.